Okay, maybe add some roads that are actually pitch black. Oh, that might be a problem. Should be okay. So use spray paint and the curve. So with the I'm still got that one. Let's just do that as well. So with the curve, you can edit it and then drag these handles around and make them pointier or fatter and stuff. Or or just click on curve and leave it as is, and then need to be able to see it. Then just like draw. Oh, what's going on? Oh, okay. You have to be in smear shape, yeah, and then you can just draw this long curve with it as long as you want, and how much you hold it down, how much you hold down R2 will be how big it will get. So if you hold it lightly, it's very thin. So that's pretty easy. So I think we could use that as spray paint, surface snap. Let's just because let's turn off the tint. Now you can see it. So let's make the whole thing dark grey. Sometimes the cube just wants to be at a jaunty angle. Oh, maybe it's because of that. It is because of that. That's strange. Right, so let's just make this huge. Whoa. This is just to coat it, not to coat it, because that's a different thing. Yep. And now we want to actually go full black like that. And we're going to try doing it using that and spray paint and surface snap. Yeah, you can see it now. So maybe you have a road. It's probably too thick. Road coming in. Now we got roads all like that. Like that, and then you make it smaller and you just add some other little rows like that. And you can just keep building that up. This doesn't look great, but you know, you get a general gist. Maybe do that, yeah. If you like, you could use like a long thin cube. You turn off surface snap and turn on grid. Then make it a long thin cube. Actually make it. Oh, whoa, that was interesting. Make it a extrude mode thing. Yeah, we can make it really tall. Make it thinner. Okay, and then use surface snap. Yeah. So you get smaller, and then we can do like in American roads, they're like grid system like that. It's oh, there we go. and all that stuff. Cool. Yeah, so now we've got some roads, we might want to add some lights to the roads. So let's probably make this less shiny. Oh, we can actually see some of the pattern. It's very uniform, so we'll use ruffle so that it looks more ground-like and less like it was on a grid. And we don't need the grid for this part, so I'm finding that distracting, so I'm going to turn off the hover effect, and I will add some lights, and we can make these really small because it will affect like the distance, but it won't really affect anything else, making it smaller. But it means we don't have to have these huge things everywhere. We can also, so we can make it way shorter. Turn off cast shadows, make sure to do that, because if you don't need it, it's just using a load of performance up that you're not using. Fade angle, and then put it like at a jaunty angle. A lot of jaunty stuff going on today. Might be too big actually. Yes, you could. Okay, let's turn the brightness a bit, make it more fadey, yeah, and then we'll do some multi-clone. And what I'll do is I'll group them so that we can scope into that scope into that group, and I'll make it oh yeah, and then I can double click and it will select everything in that group. So now I've selected all of the things, all of those lights. So what am I doing? I'll turn up the brightness. Yeah, that's right. Because it's actually pitch black on that, it's a bit problematic because you can't see it at all. So I'll just give it a tint of a lighter colour, just a slight tint, so that it just brings it up enough that you can see some light. Yeah, so in play mode, it just looks like lamps and stuff. And you can even use some can't see anything now, can we? There we go. Make a lamppost and then add a light to it, so I'll just grab one of these. Oh, and scope that into there. No, it's not working. So I'll just select them. Okay, and then I'll put it down here. And we need the studio lighting mode off. Yeah, so that part is too big. Sorry, it's so blimmin' dark. But at the minute, there's not really anything to do about it. Yeah, catch a little bit of the post like that. There you go, and then you can make that thicker, giving it impasto, and then when we're looking at it from the side, it doesn't completely disappear. So then we can delete those, and that is a bit too shiny, I believe. Yeah. Okay, and then multi-clone that and rotate around so it kind of follows the curve, and group them. Cool. Now we'll add some cars moving. Let's go to paint mode, and those have like maybe slightly blue lights. I guess it would be red light from one side, and more white light from the other side, so you can try and make that a little bit. Studio lighting. So these would be tiny. And surface snap. So if you hold lightly, then it's less opaque by default with the default tool brush flex. This one is, if you hold lightly, it's thinner, and there it's fatter, like that. But we want to have it full all the time, so I'm going to hold X instead, and I'm going to try and follow the road. Oh, we're doing smaller chunks. And it's pretty wobbly, which isn't the best, but just for showing the general principle, like that. Okay, so now let's give that some flex density like that, and give it some speed, and now we've got a load of cars going in. And give it some glow. Studio lighting off. Look at that, and then you just, maybe for the cars coming the other way, just copy that. Oh, let's freeze the thing, and oh, that will work. No. No. I have to move this whole thing down. Okay, move that up again. Okay, and then we can make those come out of the city. By animating the other way. And making it red. That's not really how it would look, but like if you have the camera just set at a particular angle, then that will look fine, because actually it would be the other way around, wouldn't it? If you were here, you'd see the brake lights on there, so that would be red, and then you'd see the headlights on the other one. Nice.